Hello, how y'all doing? I was on live earlier and had to go do some stuff, so got off here and we were talking some movies. But we've had a lot of questions of where are we, what kind of store is it, stuff like that. We are in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. We have 20,000 DVDs for $1 each. We got thousands of VHS for 50 cents each. We even got thousands of them probably for fill a bag for $1. We got stuff everywhere. I'm just stocking up all these movies and everything. We're normally open Monday through Saturday, 12 to 5. If you're looking for something, eventually we're going to hopefully get online so we can start selling stuff online too and everything else. Problem is we have 7,500 square foot that we are redoing everything because in this small building, we had all the stuff over here that was better stuff and everything. It was the corner store. It got better business. But we had all the cheap stuff over in the big building, which we have changed that around because we are going to start stocking some cooler stuff and everything else and just having fun with it and everything else. Problem is we got to get caught up with all the stuff we're putting out. Once we get all that stuff out, then we can start hauling in new stuff. So I have been busting my butt trying to get this stuff out. Even with the weather we've had, it's been real bad. And everything, trying to get over here because, I don't want to drive in the snow and ice and everything. I'm not in Michigan or anything like that where I grew up. So we just go at it and keep trying to get this stuff done, get it filled up and everything. I got to go through and get all the stuff I don't even want in here, put it in our fill bag. And our fill bag, it's there for 2 reasons. It helps a lot of people. Well, actually 3 reasons. Helps a lot of people. It keeps stuff out of landfill. And it's just stuff we don't even care. It's just time for it to go somewhere. We don't care where it goes. I mean, we appreciate the people that actually pay for their stuff because we do have a lot of people that will walk off with stuff and everything else. We try to, if it gets too bad, we will report it and everything. But if you need stuff, just come to me and talk to me, and I'll give you stuff, if you actually need it. Now, if you come and say, I need a big screen TV, I don't know why my thing is over here. There we go. Yeah, where'd you go? So we do that and everything else, and we just try to keep stuff moving, keep it cheap and everything. I don't even know how many thousands of VHS we got, but I brought over, I've already emptied, I think, 6 boxes like this. We've got 8, 9, 10 here, and I think I got 8 more out there. So, and that's just a VHS. And then we have probably 100 more boxes of VHS over next door of other stuff. So I just got to sort it out, get the crap out of here, because this side here is going to be our dollar store. Everything's going to be cheap, under $1 probably, or under, nothing's going to be over $5. I guarantee that in here. The reason I say I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if we're going to keep the DG stuff over here and everything, because some of that stuff can go up to $5, $10 and everything. So if any of you have ever owned your own business, you know how much fun it is to keep up with everything and how much fun it is to do all this. And we used to hire people to help us, but the problem is they weren't really helping us. They was helping themselves. They helped themselves to whatever they could find. I have piles and piles of stuff in the back that I have to go through because people working for me went through and got out all the good stuff for themselves. Then they put out the sellable stuff for everyone else, and then they just left all the trash back there. So I've got box after box after box of stuff that it just needs to be sorted and probably go in the fill bag or the dumpster. So I've got to get caught up on that so we can get to the auction and get some cool stuff in. Because I'm ready to start getting some stuff in and getting it put away and everything. But that cold really screwed us on trying to get that stuff done. So we're trying to get it done. What I'm looking for on these movies is I pull out the kids' movies because I'm going to make a little kids section at the front. And then I pull out stuff that's damaged real bad and everything, because we did have some of them get wet and all that. Now I pull out the ones with the rental cases because most people that, they'll buy them and everything, but they take up so much room. So I just get rid of them. And there's a lot of people that pass over them because they just don't want a rental case. So we just get rid of them. And I'm just filling this up, and then I'm going to get this whole room here filled up. And once I get this filled up, I got another rack I bring in the center. Then we have more racks over there we're going to fill up. And we're probably got about 10,000 VHS, but hopefully by the time I'm done, I'll probably about 6,000 to 8,000, so it'll be down and everything. And we just keep that stuff going. We got fill a bag outside. We've got, dishes that, they sit around quarter each and stuff like that. So instead of doing a quarter each, we just put it out there for fill a bag for $1. and just let people get it, because what happens is when the dumpster's empty, I just go through. If it looks like it's been picked over enough, we just dump the box and don't care and everything, because why keep holding on to that stuff forever? But the worst part is when I had it at next door with the 5,000 square foot, we wouldn't have time to sort it, and that thing's messed up. So we would just let it pile and pile and pile. Well, we're not doing that anymore, so they're buying it up quicker and everything, and getting it out of there because they know we're not going to keep it. Since they used to be like, well, we'll come back to this, we'll come for that, for that. Nah. So now they grab up everything at $1 each, a bag. I remember when we were in Tulsa, and I used to do that, and there's fill a bag for $1, and I have 5 spaces out there. I kid you not. By the time everyone went through that stuff, everything that was left needed to go in the dumpster. It was that quick and cleared out and everything. So we just like to keep stuff moving. I'm not like these other places where it's like, man, I can get online and I can sell this for $100. So how much you want for it? $100. No, we're not playing that game. I want my stuff to sell. I don't want it to grow roots and all that other stuff. I got some of these that have been wet and stuck together, so they're just going to go away. Oops. And everything else. So yeah, see how that's stuck together? You know, we don't want that. I don't know how some of these got wet, but it is what it is, you know. I don't even worry about it. And so we're going to get that done and then get this filled up. And then I'm going to get on to the next thing tomorrow. I don't know what I have planned because I told everyone I was probably going to be doing fixtures today. But I haven't got that far because we were pretty busy today. Had people all over the place. And I mean, you know, compared to what we have been, I mean, through the cold and everything, I've been doing my lives. I've been coming to work and everything. But we've only been having like 1 or 2 people show up. That's the day we had a lot more than 1 or 2 show up. So it worked out. And we got everything done. Got a bunch of clothes hung up and stuff like that. So that's cool. I like to get on here and talk about the store and everything. But I'd like for, if y'all have comments or anything, I try to pay attention here and everything so we can have a conversation and stuff. Because I do a lot better when there's another person to bounce off of and talk to and everything. Because if not, my brain goes into artistic mode and I keep saying the same things over and over like a reel-to-reel, man. You know, and that's kind of funny, but it's not. So, you know, my wife's like, man, okay, you told me that 25 times. I'm like, yeah, but did you hear me? She said, yeah, I heard you, all 25 of them, you know. And so I'll have to slow down and be like, okay, I'm done saying it, you know, because it's just the way my brain is, you know. It'll sit there and fixate on something and fixate on it and fixate on it and just keep going over the same thing until I actually figure out how I'm actually going to do something. Like I'll figure out something, I'll be like, I do this, I do that, and I measure it up in my head. I have to figure it all out before I can actually relax after that. And it's cool to a point, but the worst part about that is you'll sit there and you'll figure it all out. And, you know, like at night when I'm trying to sleep and my brain is like run through the bloodfest, green fish, whatever, and it just keeps going 100 miles an hour. So the hard part about that is I have to slow it down and figure it out. So then when I figure it out, next day I get up and I'm like, I had all these great plans, and then I'm like, can't remember any of it. So yeah, that's the fun of life. Walk the pounds away. Yeah, we're not keeping that. Cartoon classics. Nope, cartoons. Kid stuff. So that's the fun of that. So I get a lot of sleepless nights because of stuff like that, but it is what it is. My people that used to work for me back in the day when I had actually good people working for me, we'd start working on stuff and we get it half done. Next day I'd have this epiphany and I'd be like, you know, if we did this, it'd be so much better. And they'd be like, well, we already got all this done. I'd be like, yeah, but it'd be cooler over there. So we move all of it over there and everything. And they get all frustrated. I'm like, are you getting paid? They're like, yeah, then do it. And then shut up and do it, you know. So I had to say, and they'd be like, fine, you know. But I did that a lot when we first opened and we were trying to get things organized. The last time I actually redid the store was 5 years ago. And it seems like about every 5 years I do a purge on everything that I don't want, purge it out, get rid of the stuff, and I redo a lot of stuff and everything. But I used to get burned out a lot because I do so much. So I'm trying not to overdo it anymore and get so burnt out on it and try to get things done. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put out this VHS. We're going to put stuff that's not sellable in here in the fill bag. And then in the fill bag, if it doesn't sell after a while, it'll hit the dumpster, unfortunately. And then stuff in here that doesn't sell, and it's like some of it's got faded cases or stuff, I'll take that out. And titles that I don't think will sell, I'll put that in the fill bag as we get new stuff. But our VHS is going to go from here out there, And we got another rack out there too. So we got plenty of room for the VHS. The problem is you get tons and tons of VHS and DVDs at the auctions. You can buy them, pile them up all over the place. So, yeah, so we just keep going at it. The Walk with Stephen Curtis Chapman. That's pretty cool. I like Christian music and all that stuff. And so they did a movie, I want to say, with Stephen Curtis Chapman in Okmulgee a long time ago. A Christmas Child or something like that. And what's funny about that is they're like in a small Texas town. And we're in Oklahoma, by the way, so it wasn't really. They just did Sarah's Oil here, too. That was pretty cool. They had taken all the road here where the pavement was, and they put dirt down, and they put all these old-fashioned stuff out. And the only problem is a lot of people got mad because they couldn't get to their house because they lived in the apartments above the stores, and they couldn't get in because they had everything blocked off. And so some of the people weren't too happy about it. I didn't live downtown, so it was pretty easy for me. It was just really cool to see that happening. It's like when they filmed Res Dogs, they didn't really have to change a lot of stuff. I remember the day they filmed over here at this store, they were filming out front and everything. There was supposed to be more to it, but time restraints did not work out and everything. I had my BMWs out front, and they had to move that, but one of them wasn't running at the time, so we had to jump in and move it. And so we got that moved because that didn't fit into the Res Dog theme. So they moved that out to the front and everything. And I actually got paid for that, so that was pretty cool. I don't know why that thing don't have the end on it, but we're going to find out how. So, yeah, they filmed quite a few different movies. I remember that day after they filmed here, they drove around town with that car on the back of their truck, with the camera and everything, and they just kept circling the block, filming. And you can see on that, it's season 1, episode 3. You can see them just driving all over. They literally, all they did was circle around downtown, and then they put a green screen on it. And we watched them all day long, and I'd be like, there they go again, And it was really cool. They did a lot of filming around. I was kind of, because they told me they were going to come back in a few years and do some more filming here. Well, instead they canceled the series, so that sucked and everything. But it is what it is. One of these days, maybe we'll film something of our own out here if I can ever get things cleaned up and get myself together. I've got a few things in the works I'd like to get done. And I'd like to help my friend get his movie done. And so there's some things I'd like to get working on. The problem is getting everyone together and getting the finances together to do everything. It sucks. There's so much going on. So I'm really pushing to get everything sorted out, get it out of here that we don't need, make it clean around here, make it nice. And go from there. So that'll make it a little bit easier. But yeah, we got all kinds of things in the works. It's just got so many things to do. I've got work in this apartment, like literally right behind the camera that I have sitting here. There's a door that goes into another apartment in here. It's another 1,500 square foot. If I wanted to, I could open it up for the store and everything because it's already been gone through and cleared for that and everything. But I like having a little section back there. I'm going to make it where I have my office back there and have like a little table and everything, maybe do some podcasting or something back there. Who knows? The problem is I got too much going on, so I'm just running all the time, and it's like, when you hear me talking, my wife's like, man, you talk so fast. And I'm like, I got so many things going through my brain right now, it's not even funny. So that's why I'll be talking, and you'll hear me go, huh? So anyone got anything they want to talk about? Any questions, comments, fun? Anyone out there ever owned a thrift store or a junk store or any kind of business? And they know how it is and how much fun it is to keep up with this stuff. It's not fun. But it can be fun at times. But right now it's not so much fun. Once it's all put together and everything's where it needs to be, and I just get the stuff in, I can take my carts and put them out in front of the trailer there and be like, this goes to this building, that goes to that building, that goes to that building. And then I can just take it, that goes to the fill bag and just dump it, and not have to worry about it. So that'll work out a lot better. But for now, it's not like that right now. Right now, it's just going through every box, checking everything, and deciding where it goes. And I had so much stuff in the back at one time that I wouldn't even let people touch that were employees and everything because I knew it would just disappear and I wouldn't get the money for it. And some of it I just wanted to keep. So it's like I had a whole bunch of Jay and Silent Bob stuff. Whole bunch. My whole collection is gone. I don't know where it is. I'm hoping once we get through these buildings, I will find it. But if I don't, man, that's rough. But it is what it is. I mean, I can't change anything. I remember my ex threw some of my stuff out in the backyard for my Jay and Silent Bob stuff. Threw it out in the backyard, let it rain on it, and everything, destroyed it and all, and then threw it away. My kids told me about that. They said, Dad, your stuff's in the backyard. I'm like, I wonder who did that. Mom did it. Yeah. Crazy evil one. So my ex, yeah, she never really cared. She just don't care about anything. You know, it's pretty bad when you get divorced and someone keeps all your home movies from when you were a child just to be vindictive. You know, she won't let me have any of my home movies, even though I have a court order, you know, but good luck trying to get through the courts to get that done. So, it is what it is, you know. Eventually, someday I thought about taking it to court, but it's just not worth it. I thought she'd be nice and give it back to my dad, but she won't even give it to him. Because he told her, yeah, I'll take the home movies, I'll even put them on DVD and give you a copy of them and everything, because they're on VHS right now. And he's like, if they keep staying in there in that heated house without the AC on, eventually that's going to turn to muck anyway, because it's going to fade out the VHS. So you got to keep it from being too hot in there, I guess, he said. And over the years, it could degrade it. You never know. I don't know how that all works. So it is what it is. You know. So anyone out there got anything cool to tell me? Anyone want to talk about anything cool? You know, it'd be cool if we could get someone get on live and have a guest on and have some cool stuff to show us. Start a conversation or something. Anyone interested in that? You know, because right now all I'm doing is stocking VHS. I ain't doing nothing special. I'm just stocking the VHS. I'm gonna get this room full up today. Get that other rack in here and get that filled up. And then once we get this filled up, then I can go on to other stuff I got planned on doing. But we've got box after box after box of VHS next door still. Even after I get this, I got probably 50 to 100 little boxes I got to go through of VHS. So I don't have a shortage of VHS, that's for sure. We got stuff everywhere. The problem with VHS is, you know, you can find really cool movies on VHS that you can't find anywhere else. But the problem with that is you got a special order the VHS players most of the time, because they're getting harder and harder to find. I mean, when we get one in, we sell them for 20 to 30 bucks. And we have them for a day or two and they're gone. So, I mean, it's not that people don't want VHS. They just can't find the players is the problem. That John Wayne there. Remember for a while there, John Wayne, you can find him on DVD on everything now. Not anymore. They bought up all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Those can go to the fill bag. We're not going to do anything with those. They're cool if someone wants them, but they're look like Genesis on the Bible. Stuff like that don't sell real quick in here. I'd rather give it away to someone who would actually appreciate it than try to sell it, you know. That's why we give away the Bibles and all that stuff. I mean, I'd rather have people that can appreciate it go through it too. A lot of people, when they struggle with addiction, they look to God to help them through it, and so that helps with that and everything, so we do that. I just don't go out of my way to do a lot of that stuff anymore because it's just so hard and to keep up with so much stuff. If I could ever get caught up with all this stuff I'm doing, I think it'd be a lot better for me. It's just so much to do. But once we get caught up, it'll be not too bad. I don't think it will. It's just a lot till then. Got all these here are stuff that's going to go in the fill bag or their kids' movies. I'll have to sort them out again because I think I just mixed it all up. But that's my goal for today is at least get this filled up and everything. So then we can get a lot of the stuff out of the back room over in the other building. I want to get all that cleared out, get the shelves up, because then once we do that, we are going to go start filling that up. We got the countdown going on, hopefully about 2 to 3 weeks. By the last week of next month, I'm really hoping to have that stuff in. So by the 1st, we'll have new stuff going out anyway, because that's when we get busy is on the 1st. Everyone gets their checks and everything in the small town, and they come running. It's not really on the 1st, though. It's normally about the 3rd. Once they get all their bills paid, everyone comes running. The only problem with that is after about a week to 2 weeks in, everyone's broke again. So you wait till about the 20th where everyone gets their money. And I think they get a subsidy check on the like 4 days before the 1st and everything, so we get a little bit of burst there. So it all just comes and goes and everything. And like on Sundays, I used to be open on Sundays, and for the longest time, I didn't have no business on Sundays. Then we started getting business on Sundays. The only problem is there'd be one Sunday out of the month that wasn't busy. The problem with that is you never knew which Sunday it was, so you couldn't stay home. Problem is I need a day off every now and then, so I've been taking a day off, but I worked yesterday anyway. I came in, did my thing. If you saw the live, if you want to know more about the store, if you want to know more about my wife and the accident and the trauma that she went through and everything, we have a lot of videos. If you actually scroll down the videos, there's 500 videos on my thing. You can see all kinds of stuff going on. You can see when we went and hang out with Kevin Smith and Vincent Pereira, and I know I talk about them a lot, but they're really cool guys. And being autistic, I favor certain things, The reason I got into movies is because I'm autistic, and I used to love movies. And I would buy movies left and right, and I'd watch them. And if I thought they sucked, or something I never wanted to see again, even though it was good, I would take them and put them all in the store. And back then, DVDs were going for about $10 each. So I was like, yeah, let's do this and everything. But I was buying them for half that price because I was cheap, of course. I wanted to find them cheap and everything. And then after a while, they went down to about $6 a DVD. And so we had a lot of $6 DVDs, and they started going down. And so after 2 years after doing that, they had gone down to, between $6 and $10. But I was going to the pawn shops, and I would say, they're selling them for like $3 a piece or something. I'd be like, well, what if I buy them all? They're like $1 a piece. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Because they were stuff I was selling for $5. So I did that all the time. And everything I know, people are like, you resellers, see how you raise the prices on everything? No, because pawn shops are normally cheaper anyway, and I wasn't a pawn shop at the time. And so we did that for a while and everything and got all that going. But we still like to keep it cheap, because I remember when we opened our store in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the Great American Flea Market. My friend's like, hey, we should do 2 for $5 because everyone else is selling their DVDs for $5 each. And I'm like, but that's crazy. How are we going to make money? He goes, well, we're only paying $1 each. So if we do 2 for $5, we're making $1.50 a pop. And we did good and everything. The problem is by the time we paid for the rent, we were paying everyone else. We weren't making that much money, honestly. But we had a lot of great customers and people loved it. But the problem is we weren't making a lot of money. But we had 2,000 square foot. It was $2,000 a month, and we only worked. We were only allowed to be open, obviously, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over there. And so it was hard to make. So we had to make $1,000 a weekend, and most of the time we weren't really making that. We were taking home probably each of us taking home about $200 a week and everything. But I was also working the store and doing other stuff, and so we weren't really making a whole lot of money. But we were having fun with it, and we got to hang out. And I've done that a lot through the years. I have done things where, it makes people happy, and I don't make a lot of money, but I like to see people happy. But I work myself to death on that stuff because, it just keeps you going and everything, and you just keep going and going and going. It keeps your brain busy. So I've been here, there, and everywhere else. We've done all kinds of stuff. But my goal is to get this all done. My wife worked on a lot of the clothes and everything. I don't know if y'all watched me try to hang up clothes the other day. I have a video of me trying to do clothes, and I'm just like, I'm lost. I don't know what she wants to sell, and I have no idea. She does it so much better. She's like, just leave my stuff alone. I won't put it away. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably best because I have no clue what I'm doing and everything. So I'm trying to get this room filled up with all the VHS I can and get the other rack today done. Cassette tapes. Once I get that done, then I will move on to the other stuff I got going on, because I got to get stuff sorted outside and get that sorted and all that trash put away, because we're going to be putting a lot of VHS out there in the fill bag that we're not selling here, because anything that has like the old rental cases and stuff like that, stuff that's really damaged, is going to end up out there. Or stuff that we got so many copies of it, but some of them, they got covers that have been ripped off and stuff like that, so they're going to end up out there. And if no one buys them after a while, they're going to end up donated to the dumpster, because it's just not worth the time of messing with it too long. So I'm going to downsize that outside and do that. But today we were pretty busy. It was good to see people out again and make some money, actually, because these last week, there hasn't been much going on, if anything. I'm sorry, I'm watching my stuff over here. I'm not really paying attention to comments coming up because unfortunately no one likes to get involved in the conversation. Most of the people just flip through and don't even watch and everything because I'm just not, I guess I'm boring. You know, it is what it is. What do you do? So glad y'all joined up. If you want to take a look at some of the other stuff we've done, that'd be great. If you want to follow us, that'd be great too. If anyone follows, I do follow back as long as you have a profile picture and you have more than one video on there. But if it's private, I don't follow back those either because I don't want to get in trouble for the BOTs. And and I like to follow back people that are actually going to interact with me. It's trying to build a community where people can come to and just hang out, check out stuff, and find out the new stuff we got in and all that stuff, and just hang out and everything. I know a lot of the stuff I've been saying the last few days has all been the same stuff, so everyone's like, oh, he's boring and everything. Well, it's kind of funny because I watch other guys doing the same thing. They ain't doing nothing. They're just sitting there BSing, not even cool. And they got 150 people watching them. I'm just like, how does this work? Maybe I should just shut up and just talk movies and not say a damn word. Maybe I'll get more people watching. You know, people just be like, what's he doing? You know, I don't know. So I just take it one day at a time, though, getting stuff done. Woohoo! Look at that, getting ready to finish a box. Only got 9,000 more boxes. I'm probably going to finish all these boxes. It's going to fill this whole room. And then I've got all those other boxes that I got empty that going to go all over the place. So that's so much fun there. Got one done. And on to the next ones. So much fun because I've got 6 more boxes out here of those. And I've got, probably about 50 of the other boxes, the smaller ones next door that I got to go through. So yeah, we got stuff everywhere. I just want to slowly get it filled up. Y'all, if y'all keep jumping in on my lives and start checking out stuff, you'll see a change. You'll start seeing more stuff going up, more cool stuff coming in. It's just a slow process when you don't have that much help and you don't really trust that much help either and everything. I've wanted to have help, but I'd rather not have help if they're going to rob me blind and everything. Because everyone's like, oh, I don't need much, I don't need this, I don't need that, I can just help you. I'm like, no, I'd rather pay you and everything. But the reason they do that, a lot of them, is because they do want something, they just don't want to tell me, and they just won't help themselves, and that's not cool. I believe in karma, and karma does come back on you and everything. When things are going bad, I always ask myself, what did I do so bad to deserve this karma, you know, and everything else. So it is what it is. You just keep going and do the best you can every day. I don't know if I'm making more of a mess than I'm cleaning up or not. I got stuff going all over the place here. So much stuff. But gotta sort out all these again because half these stuck together and they got wet, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But it is what it is. I'm hoping to get this at least filled up, this room. And then once I get this room filled up, then I can start another project tomorrow. Maybe I will get to the fixtures someday. I don't know. But I'm trying to get that back room cleaned out so we can put up all those fixtures and everything. And then we're going to go, like I said, get more stuff. We've got the apartments full of stuff back here too. Got all kinds of stuff that needs to go. I'm looking at some of these movies. It's like, why do we even have them? So, yeah. They haven't been sorted real well. Of course, most VHS people would be like, why do you have it? You know, but people do still buy VHS. Not as much as they used to, but they do. The best ones to sell are horror movies on VHS. That's like the real big sellers. Everyone likes the horror. The scarier, the better. And they don't buy them to watch them. They buy them to collect them when they get that stuff. That there's like stupid stuff. We got golf moments. No one cares. If they're going to do that, they're just going to look on YouTube. So we got all that stuff. So we're slowly getting it put out and everything. But it's not always just boring around here. Some days I do get good stuff out. Sometimes I'll just do the same thing over and over. So that's the fun of running a thrift store and having your own business. It's just like living Groundhog Day every day, over and over and over. Anyone does stop by and have anything to say and everything gets involved, that I appreciate y'all. I was just checking to see if anyone had anything to say. So far, nothing. If y'all want to jump in and got any comments, go ahead. I'd love to have someone to talk to and maybe bounce off of, build a community of fun. You know, I got myself in trouble the other day, so I got to watch my mouth. Can't joke around about certain things because they get real picky about it. So I don't want to get that in trouble again. I'm like getting spanked on TikTok. You know, it's just, what do? You just keep going at it. I'm slowly getting it all cleaned up in here and everything. I still got an apartment upstairs I got to clean out, get stuff cleaned out. I got the apartment behind you all right there I got to clean out. And then once I get them cleaned out, then we'll be ready to start bringing in stuff. So hopefully I'll get that stuff cleaned out within the next week or two. Like I said, I'm just running at it. Next door should be pretty easy to clean out the back room. I got to do a little patching here and there of fixing some stuff. And then we'll be ready to fill it all up again. And then I don't know what we'll be getting, but we're going to be looking for all kinds of stuff. I want to try to fill it up with all kinds of goodies. If it's neat, I want to get it, you know. So that's the plans for the future. I'm going to have my office back there, get that all cleaned up, get that cool. And everything, have me a place to hang out and just chill. Lock up all my cool stuff so it don't disappear anymore. And everything, if I ever decide to hire someone, we got more cameras around so we don't have to worry about so much crap. Easy phonics, all right. Let's learn some phonics here. Phoenix. Stuff like that. Crazy some of the movies you can find on VHS that you can't find on DVD. That people just threw them away. Because that's like I remember when Guitar Hero said, oh, we're not going to make any more Guitar Hero. It's all over, blah, blah, blah. Then the new system came out. They made Guitar Hero. And so because they had the new system for the Guitar Hero, they had the old system for the Guitar Hero. And everyone that sold off all the Guitar Hero stuff comes running back in. I need some Guitar Hero. And then stuff just shot through the roof. So you never know what's going to come back. That's like we had 50,000 records. For a while there, no one wanted them. Then I got rid of them all. I mean, I was selling for $1 each. Eventually, I sold them all. I sold about 25,000 of the records off. And then later on, I sold the other 20,000 off that I had left eventually. And I think I sold them for 2,500. But they had been picked over so much that there wasn't much left. I heard a door out there, but no. And so you never know what you're going to run into, what's going to happen. So then after I sold them, what's funny is I hadn't sold any of the records for like 6 months. People weren't even really looking at them. Then I sell them all off, and all of a sudden, everyone comes in looking for the records. And that's about how it goes all the time. They always come in after you do something, and they come looking for it once you get rid of it. So that's just fun how that goes. You never know what people are going to want, though. I used to go to the auction and look for certain things. I'm like, hey, I know everyone would love that. And then I get back here, and no one would buy it. No one would even touch it. And it's like, what the heck? And then I get stuff, I'm like, man, that'll never sell. And I'll sell out of it. So this goes to show you, never know what anyone's going to want. You just got to go with it and hope for the best. And everything. And then if it don't move after a while, make it cheap, get it out of there. And if it still don't move, is it scrap? Yep, okay, I'm going to scrap it. If it's not, hey, look, the dumpster's empty, let's fill it up. And yeah, that's pretty much how we do around here. Just keep going at it. And everything. You never know what someone's going to want. And what sells in 1 month won't sell the next month. You never know. It just keeps going at it like that and everything. So you just take it one day at a time. Do the best you can and keep going. We will get this cleaned up. We will get it organized, and we will have it running like a well-oiled machine again someday. I don't know how well-oiled that machine's going to be because that machine's never run that well-oiled. Yeah, that's how it sells. Documentaries. They just don't sell on VHS so much. Yo-yo man, I don't think anyone cares about that. Some guy playing with a yo-yo. Maybe I should get on here and do yo-yo. Yeah, if I could, I would. Yeah, I'd probably hit myself in the head. People would be like, yeah, that was funny. And that's how he got the black eye right there. Yep. So much fun. I don't know. I mean, I know quite a few of my friends, they still collect VHS, but they're always looking for certain ones. Looking for, certain movies they do, and like I said, a lot of people, they look for the horror movies and stuff. That's like when I was there's a guy that makes out of the VHS, he takes the label off and prints it for like different kinds of movies and everything, and then he puts lights in them, and he sells those. Those are actually pretty cool. I can't remember what his name was that did that, but he actually is online, and he does that stuff for the Comic Cons and all that other stuff. It's really cool, though. And I was like, man, that's cool. I could do that. I could, but I won't because that's too much work because I got too many projects going on. Because I'm hoping to get the t-shirt press out too, and we'll start pressing t-shirts again so we can make all kinds of different sayings and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. And then what I want to do, we got t-shirts that have little tears in them or stuff like that. I'm going to print off our name on them and then put our address and stuff on them, and then I'm just going to give those shirts away. When we go out traveling and stuff, I'll just give them away. Hey, you want a t-shirt? Yeah, sure do. And then I'll advertise that way and just give them away because it's better than, throwing them away. If they just got a little snag, I'll be like, hey, you want a defect? Something like that. Got ideas for all kinds of stuff. Problem is trying to catch up with myself. Once I get caught up, I think I'll be okay. But till then, I'm going to keep running at it. Keep going. That's all you can do, right? You just never stop and keep going. Just remember to balance your regular life at home with your work life. Because if you don't, you're going to be alone. Even more than you think. It is what it is, Because I used to work, like I said, 20 hours a day half the time. I take 2 days off where I didn't spend it with family and everything. Most of the time, I was always working. But then I eventually hired people to take over, which sounds like a good idea. But the problem is, back then I didn't have cameras and everything, so people helped themselves, like I said, to a lot of stuff they shouldn't have. But it is what it is. You just have to smile and go with it. You can't let stuff like that get you down. You can't let it ruin you. You just have to wipe it off and keep moving. And that's what I do. I just keep moving and going forward. It's a lot easier now that the kids are older. So like my plan, I set a goal each day. Like today, my goal is to get all these filled up, which I'm halfway there. And then I've got to get the other rack, bring it in, fill that up. And then once that's done, I can go home. I close at 5. It's already past 5. But I've got people here. If people show up, I'll still take their money. I ain't no problem with that. I ain't picky. So I just keep going until it's time, and then when I'm ready, I'll just go lock up and take everything in, lock it up, and go home. But I try to set goals. So when you get busy during the day, you can't hit them goals. So you normally get a couple more hours. But when it's warm, you can do that. When it's cold, you can't hit your goals because it's too cold. You just want to go home. You don't care. Because I try not to run the heater in here any more than I have to. Because that thing I run it all month there in the winter. It can cost me $500 a month for that gas bill. But yeah, think, that's 1,500 square foot and 5,000 square foot. That's a lot of footage to heat up and everything. And the price of everything is not going down. Everyone wants things to go down, but it's not going down. Things are just keep going up. They don't go down. And a lot of it, once it goes up, a lot of that stuff we'll never see go back down. That's like these companies getting sneaky and, oh, look, we've got this size, that, or whatever, candy bar and everything, and they'll make it like 2 ounces smaller, but have kind of the same packaging and think that we're stupid and can't figure that out, that they just screwed us out of 2 ounces. It's the same price, but it's less chocolate, And I've seen that happen with a lot of stuff. They call that shrinkflation, I think that's what they call that. I call that sneakflation. Because that's being sneaky. That's just straight up being sneaky. And they know they are. It's kind of dishonest, too. Because you think it's one thing, and then you find out it's another. So, it is what it is. Like, even if they take a loaf of bread now has 4 slices less or something because it's done in a smaller pan. They do a lot of that stuff all the time. So, you just got to watch on it. That's like eggs just keep going through the roof. It's crazy the price of eggs now. And my wife spent $30 with tax almost on the last set she got. And then she said the next day they went up $2 more. So I think that if it keeps like it is, I think I'm just going to go with not eating eggs for a while after this. But that's for 60 eggs, So, I mean, it is what it is. But I think I'm going to have to slow down on the eggs if it's going to keep going up like that. Because That's just ridiculous. There's no reason for that. I understand they got stuff going on and everything, but it's getting ridiculous. The price of everything's just shooting through the roof. You know, everyone's like, oh, there's so much stuff going on in the world and everything's going up and we got inflation and everything else. I'm sorry. If everything's going up and everything, how are y'all saying we got record profits when there's so much inflation and everything's out of control? But we got record profits, don't worry. That's some sneaky stuff right there in itself. The only reason we got record profits is because y'all are greedy. It's not inflation, that's greedflation. That's my opinion, and that's how I feel about it, you know. And I just don't trust our government much anymore. I don't trust a lot of people anymore. I don't trust hospitals. I don't trust... It's just too many people out there causing too many problems, causing too much BS. Everyone's trying to be sneaky, and it gets old after a while. They're just trying to suck money out of us left and right, no matter what they do. That's like I remember back in the day, they had an investigation on the price of oil, gas prices. And there was nothing they could do about it, but they're like, well, we have an obligation to our people to make a profit for them. We don't care what we do to the American people. And everything. And I'm just like, wow, we're just worried about making profits. And that's what they're doing. But then they're trying to play us like we don't know that's what's happening. But we got record profits, but inflation is so high. I think it's just, we got so much corrupt spending and everything else that it's just not even funny. I mean, sending billions of dollars away for nothing. It's just crazy. So, it is what it is, you know. You just keep going and keep doing your stuff and hopefully hope for the best and hope it gets better. I mean, that's all you can really do. I mean, because I don't care who's in that office, I think we're screwed, honestly. We're going to find out how screwed we are, I guess. You know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just do the best you can and keep going. Don't need these stuff like hockey and great moments in sports and all that. I don't keep all that stuff because it just don't sell like it used to. No one cares about documentary stuff, kids stuff. Live from Pensacola, it is worship. No. Motorcycle engine, no, that's cooking. Stuff like that. Yeah, we don't keep those informational things like that and everything. So I've got tons and tons of stuff to put outside that I got to So tomorrow I'm probably going to be sorting trash out outside so I can put out new stuff outside because there's a lot of stuff in here that just don't need to be here. Half of it probably won't even sell and probably end up in the dumpster. But what do? You just keep going at it and don't worry about it. You got all kinds of goodies. So if anyone wants to join in and have a little conversation, I'll pay attention more over here. If anyone got anything to say, but it don't look like anyone's even watching. So I think I'm just going to say peace out and finish these movies off. Unless someone wants to jump on and have a conversation about anything. Where my people are, but they're definitely not there. Yummy! Woohoo! Got so many movies to put away. So much fun. I can see no one cares about this stuff. I don't blame them. It's not really like it's that great. UA Fighting Gathering. Ah! We don't need that. Ugh. So, tomorrow, hopefully I'll have all this done. And have this other in here, and then I'll show you guys that, and I'll move on to... That's cool. 38 Special in Sturgis. That's kind of cool, because I grew up around Sturgis, and we used to go to the Sturgis rally and everything. My wife wants to go out there this year to see it, and we're going to probably end up out there. So that'll be fun. I'm excited and ready for that. Music from Billy Graham. We don't care about that. So... hopefully we'll get to go do stuff like that, and maybe we'll do some lives out there even. I don't know. Who knows? Got some stuff going on all over the place, you know. Got some kids movies. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't even care about. A lot of stuff going to be all over the place out there in the filler bag stuff. Got 6 more boxes of those out here. Then we got 11 boxes in here, but some of them are half boxes. I think we're not even going to get them all in this room filled up. We're going to have stuff all over the place. So it's a good thing I got some of my discarded and everything. Because don't look like the guys that were working for me were pulling out the crap they were supposed to. But it is what it is. But we'll get it all filled up, and I've got another rack to go in here. And I'll show you tomorrow once I have it all filled up how it is, and then we'll go outside probably and start throwing stuff away and fill up the dumpster and everything. And I'll be stocking up all kinds of stuff all over. Got to go sorting all kinds of stuff. Because I think I'm going to try to get the tables moved in and moved around and try to change it up out there a little bit. Just for fun. Who knows? Just don't want so much stuff out there. So we got this one here. Ooh, look at that. Richard Simmons. That's got to be worth a fortune now. Go back. I don't know. I used to watch Richard Simmons with my mom. She loved the guy. It was kind of weird, though. At the end of his life, he disappeared for years and just kind of went to become a hermit. And then all of a sudden, one day, he was passed away. But, you know, health issues will do that to you. They will make you just lose yourself. Ooh, Mick Jagger being Mick. Brand new, never been opened. No one cares, probably. And everything. I don't put, what do you call that, music ones in here. Normally, I don't even have a section for them, but once in a while we have them, and I put them behind the counter. I sell them for a couple bucks, if that. Sometimes $1. Depends on what it is, you know. If you got like the Kiss Phantom at the park and stuff, you can get a little bit more money for that. I don't really get the cool stuff anymore. Everyone's been piling up and keeping all the good stuff. I'd love to find like Howard the Duck on VHS or Clerks on VHS, stuff like that. I would love to find stuff like that and everything, just so I could have them. But that's tough stuff. You're not going to find it. Like one that I paid a fortune for because it was my favorite movie growing up, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Finally, I broke down and I paid $40 for the VHS. 2 weeks later, it came out in the $5 bin at Walmart. That's my luck. So, I mean, back at the time, though, I bought it for $40. I don't think I paid $40. I think it was $30. But I've been watching because they were going for $80 all day long, and I'm like, I'm not paying $80 for a movie. And it's like, I remember when Convoy came out, never got it on VHS, but it came out for a while, and they had it in the $5 bin, and then all of a sudden it was gone. But I did eventually pick it up from another store for $5. So, I have it. I haven't watched it in a while. It's sad that he passed away not too long ago, but that was one of my favorite go-tos. It was a Convoy. Used to watch that with my mom when I was a kid. Used to watch a lot of cool stuff with my mom when I was a kid. She got me interested in Kiss and all that stuff, you know. So, it was pretty cool. No, that's not even cool. That's trash. Share Fitness. Yeah, no one cares. That'll go into the fill bag. I remember back in the day when we first started going to the video store. You know, the ones with the big box and everything, they were $100 for the videos back in the day. Now, them same ones that were $100, you can't even give some of that stuff away anymore. So it is what it is. But we'll get this filled up. I don't know, I'm going to probably put another rack over here instead of this glass rack. And we're going to fill that up with the VHS too. Because that one I think is going to go next door. And then we'll just have this the full VHS room. And then we're going to have, like I said, VHS out here. And then we're going to fill all this other stuff up with dollar stuff. So we got all kinds of goodies. It's a lot of stuff to sort out, though. So much stuff. Trying to figure out where it's going to go. Well, once it's sorted, we'll try to keep it rotating. Then I got to come in when I get new stuff and go. Because we only have this section plotted for VHS. 3 more racks out front. And then there's some half racks out front. Then we got the back half racks we're going to fill up with books. If I wanted to, I got one in the back that I could. Startup.com, is that a movie? I think so. So I have a few different plans of what I'm going to do with the stuff. This building here, I keep a lot of the stuff that I really don't care about in. And the reason I do that is because if someone wants it, and I'm not here, and I leave this open, and I go next door, I'm going to have stuff in here where I don't have to worry about it walking out the door, because I got the cameras on the first half. I'll have that all up and cleaned up and everything, but I'll be able to watch them on my phone and see what's going on. But if they do happen to sneak away with something, it won't be anything important, because the back room and the offices will be locked. So I won't have to worry about all that, and they can just turn around and go to the other building. So I have plans in place. It's just one thing after another, trying to get it all done. All these boxes I'm going to put in the back here, because she's going to try to save them up and start shipping stuff out once we get things going. We're going to start doing some other stuff. Haven't figured out which way we're going to do that. We got a few different ideas coming from that. We just haven't decided yet which one we're going to do. Just one step at a time. That's all you can do. Take it one step at a time. So it looks like I'm going to get this pretty much filled up, and then go get that other rack, bring it in, fill that one up. Probably fill up these spaces in between like that, because put one on top of there. Because I got so many of them, I got to find a place to put them all. It is what it is, but you just keep going at it. So we got that half done. Let's see what we got here. Danielle Steels and Firewalker. Cool. But we saw these ones in here are going to be all 50 cents each, 3 for $1. I mean, they're not expensive. We just got to keep it moving. Not worried about running a museum or anything. So I'm slowly getting to my goal of getting this all out there and everything. So that'll be nice. And I want to get that rack in here, get it filled up. And like I said, tomorrow when we get on live, I'll show you that. Then we'll probably roll out to the front. Maybe I'm either going to, well, I'm going to have to move all that other stuff. So some of that stuff's going to go out front. So I'll probably be working between the front and filling up this stuff. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. But the neat thing about it is, as you get on here, you'll start seeing that I'm actually finally starting to make things happen again. It's just one step at a time. One day at a time, one step at a time. Just keep going at it. Just never give up, guys. You got a dream, you just keep following. Like my wife says, it'll pay off someday. It's paid off at times, and then at times it's rough. You just got to take the good with the bad and keep rolling with it. In a small town, it's harder to make money. But at the same time, if you're in a bigger town, you make more money, but you got more hands holding out saying, hey, I want the money, I want the money. So you just have to decide, which way you want to go. You want to pay, like I said, we don't have a mortgage, so we don't have to worry about that. That's the only thing that keeps us alive, or we would have closed this up a long time ago if we had a mortgage. So we paid that off a couple of years ago. If we still had that, though, I don't think I'd even be trying to do this anymore. I would just sell them and be done. So that always helps out. Keep that going. You just got to do the best you can. The world has not been easy. It's been pretty rough. There's a lot of things going on here and there. And you just got to roll with the punches, I guess, some days. Got 3 more of those boxes left. Yeah, we'll just do these first. Get these out of the way, and then I'll finish those off, because I'm not going to need all them boxes in here anyway. Well, I might with that one roller rack. Who knows? Well, this is pretty much what I do all day, other than dealing with customers and stuff. I just keep sorting stuff out, throwing stuff away, trying to save as much as I can from going in the landfill, because our landfills are going to be so full. And we got to save the world for our kids, We don't want them to be, who knows what's going to happen in 50 years. I know I'm probably not going to be here in 50 years, so I don't have to worry about it. But my kids and my grandkids are, I hope. So, I always think, what kind of world are we going to leave for our kids and our grandbabies and all that? It's such a messed up mess right now. I don't even know what to think. I know a lot of us, we just keep hoping for the best and keep going at it. The main thing you got to do is figure out what you want to do and go after it. And just don't give up. Keep going. Be strong and just keep going. That's the hardest part, is not giving up. There's just some things that just beat you down to the point where you want to just give up. But if you can just keep going, do the best you can make it. I mean, like I said, I've had times where I was making so much money I didn't know what to do with it. It's been quite a few years since then, and then I've had times where I'm not making any money and I just do the best I can. Just struggle with it every day. But either way, we don't give up. We just keep going. And that's all you can do in this world. With the way I am, my physical body, there's some days where my body will shut down on me and I can't even get out of bed. And so there's days like that. And so if I go work for someone, I remember how it was. It was very degrading. And, then they started giving me special treatment. And I'm like, I don't want special treatment. I just want you to understand I'm having issues. And so it's just one thing after another. So then people are like, you're special. And I'm not trying to be special. I'm just telling you I hurt. And I can't do what you want me to do right at the moment. And I'm trying to do my best and everything. But then they'd be like, you kiss ass. And I'm like, no, I'm not a kiss ass. I'm just doing the best I can. And everything. Because even back when I was younger, I had issues. I could run 20 hours a day at times, but I'm doing what I need to do and I know what I can handle. Like when I'm at home and I'm putting movies in cases and I'm sitting on the floor, I got about 20 minutes before my back starts pulling and everything else, and it starts hurting and everything else. So, it is what it is. So I'm going to get off here, guys. Just want to show you where we were at today with the store. Unless I get up here and there's actually people watching. Ooh, we got 2 people. Well, I appreciate whoever's on here now. If you ever want to know more about the store or things that happen with my wife or our trips to Jersey or any of that fun stuff or any of our other trips or anything going on, you can watch all our videos. We got hundreds and hundreds of videos on there of all the different things that have happened over the last year and stuff. Because when my wife had her accident, that's when we started doing the videos just to document that stuff. And we just kept going at it. And who knows, maybe we'll keep going and do more, or maybe eventually I'll just get tired of it and jump off here. But I'm hoping that we can get this going and get y'all excited to see what's coming next every time. It's just, there's so much to do, so little time and everything else. Because I would love to get this whole room done today, and I'd like to get that all done today, but that's not going to happen. I live in the real world and everything. Zan and Guy has been watching for a while. I appreciate it. It says on here you've been watching for a while. I appreciate that. Anyone that actually sticks it out with me and everything. If you want to join in and have conversations, that'd be great. Type up something and everything. Because I'd love to bounce off of someone and have a good conversation. Anyone interested in stuff like that? I don't know where to go with my little stories. I just tell you about life in general. Things that are going on with the store and what we're doing. It's like the other day we were cutting glass for the display case out here and everything. And so we got that cut. Took a lot of practice and everything. The one guy's like, oh, you need to get on YouTube and check it out. And he was right. But I didn't. I just had to sit there and practice and practice. I also realized that the blade I was using was duller than the other one. So I switched it and put a new blade in. Pop. Got a new glass on my display case. Because years ago I was carrying some boxes, threw them down on the case, and it went right through it and everything else. So that happens and everything. So that's the things I go through every day. Trying to get through it. All that fun stuff. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we're going on pretty much an hour here. I appreciate y'all stopping by and checking us out and everything. I'm going to get this finished off and head home, have some dinner, and then I'll be back here tomorrow doing the same thing. So I appreciate y'all stopping in. Follow us if you want to know more and you want to be in the loop of everything. And we'll follow you back. We have no problem doing that. We're not one of those that'll follow you back and unfollow you and everything. Because, there's been a lot of them sneaky ones going on. And there's a lot of those BOTs out there that are getting caught and they're getting pulled off of it as quick as they're getting on it. So you'll watch your followers go up. And then they'll get their accounts banned real quick. And then they'll go right back down. And then you got the other idiots that are like, they'll follow you back. So you follow them. And then they unfollow you. We're not doing that. But if I follow you after a while and you don't follow me back, and you ain't got anything going on, we ain't communicating, and it's probably going to go, it is what it is. So, we're all trying to live our best life out here, have fun and everything. So y'all have fun, have a great night. I'm gonna get this done so I can get home and spend some time with my wife and other things. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe, and stop back in and see me tomorrow around 4. Who knows? I might get on here earlier or later, but probably around 4, 3, 4. I'll have a great day, and we'll see you later. All right, push this thing here.